The Beijing subway is the largest subway network globally. By the end of 2024, Beijing's urban rail transit network will operate a total of 881 kilometers of underground railway, with 520 stations and 29 lines in total. For the history part, the first line of the Beijing subway was planned in 1953. Construction began in 1959, and it finally opened to operation in 1971, including the road from Yuquan Road Station to Beijing Railway Station on Line 1. Due to its old time, the station lacks of escalators, elevator, and other facilities. Also, only space for a 6-car formation of B-type train were reserved, making the passenger flow on Line 1 today overwhelming. For over 2 decades afterward, the subway network developed slowly, partly due to the politics and other factors, resulting in only 2 lines, Line 1 and Line 2, in Beijing before 2002. In the first few years of the 21st century, the Chinese government lifted the requirement for collaboration between domestic and foreign enterprises in urban rail transit. Line 5 and the Batong Line, built during this period, adopt this model, and Line 5 was also the first line equipped with flashing light maps and platform screen doors. To prepare for the 2008 Olympics Games, the construction of multiple new lines were accelerated, but this rush ultimately led to a problem, such as excessive long transfer passage and small train formation due to the lack of planning ahead. In the second decade of 21st century, multiple suburban connecting lines opened, greatly facilitating travel for citizens. Subsequently, multiple lines using 8-car formation and wider, larger A-type trains were opened. Now, plans for cross-city express line were formed and are gradually being completed. Currently, parts of Line R2, Line 7, which is Line 17, and Line R3, which is Line 19, in the express system has already been opened. Guideline for taking the subway. Beijing subway has more than 500 stations. You need to find the station first. On the street or road, you can always find a sign with the blue background and the logo of Beijing subway on it. It looks like this. On the right side of the logo, you will see which station you are close to, and the bottom right, you can see lines that pass the stations. The sign is an arrow shape. You can go follow it and arrive the station. The entrance and exit of Beijing subway are sequenced by letter. Often, 4 letters will become a loop. For example, A, B, C, D are northwest, northeast, southeast, and southwest exit. Please follow the sign that hangs on the rooftop or stick on the hall, because it will lead you to the correct line you want to take. When you're entering the station, the first things you need to do is where your destination and what line you should take. In China, each subway station has a security check to avoid passengers bringing dangerous items to cause murder or burning accidents. In Beijing, guns, control knives, oils, and are not allowed. The water should be silently tested in some station, and all of your bag must pass the X-ray scanning machine. If you have Alipay or Beijing, Tianjin, Hebei interconnection card, you can enter the platform through scanning a QR code or swing a card. Otherwise, you need to buy a ticket. Be mindful of it. Please buy your ticket before you do the security check. When you use the machine, you need first choose the line that your destination is located on and click it. Second, click the station you want to go. Then you should pay money. You can either use cash, WeChat, or Alipay to buy the tickets. The cheapest cost is 3 RMB, and the most expensive one is cost 8 RMB. Please don't try to buy tickets priced lower than it costs, otherwise you're not able to exit the station. After that, all you should do is follow the sign to decide which direction of the subway you should choose and listen carefully to which station you will arrive soon. To exit the station, you also need to follow the sign to choose the correct exit. A big board will show where each exit can go, so choose the best suitable exit, please. Line structures. There are 7 types of lines in Beijing subway system. The first one is the east-west line. This type of line has an east-west span along the city. In the system, line 1, 6, 7, and 11 under construction. Line 12, line 15 is the east-west line. Line 1 is the most located on Chang'an Street in the central Beijing. Line 6 and 7 locate parallel in north or south with line 1. Line 12 is located under the North 3rd Ring Road, and the line 15 is located even farther north. Second type is the south-north line. This type of line has a south-north span along the city. In the system, line 4, 5, 8, and 16 is the south-north line. Line 8 is the most located on Beijing's axis line. The line 4 and 5 are located parallel with the line 8 in east and west. Line 16 is located farther west. It's used to connect the Haidian and Fengtai districts. Third type is the ring line. Easy to understand. Ring line is a loop that the train will run in cycle. Line 2 and 10 are the ring line. Line 2 is located along the old position of city wall of old Beijing city, and line 10, which is bigger ring, are located between 3rd and 4th ring roads. The fourth type is the suburban line. Suburban line are used to transfer people living in suburban zone to the main city. The letter name line, the line Yizhuang line, which is line 24, Fangshan line, which is line 25, line S1, which is line 26, Changping line, which is line 27, and the West Suburb line, which is line 29, are the suburban line. The fifth type is the express line. Line 17, 18, 19, and 20 are the 4 express lines in the planning. Now, phase 1 of line 19 and the north-south section of line 17 are open. They all use bigger trains, which is 8A formation, higher speed, and longer station distance. The longest station distance now in the express line is 5.6 km, which is located between Beishenshu and Ciqu North. The sixth type is the supplementary road. There are line 3, 9, 13, and 14. Line 3 connects the central city with the Dongba region. Line 13 shows an N shape and connects Huilongguan and Tianzhongyuan, which has over 2 million population living there. Line 14 has an L shape that connects Wangjing, Chaoyang Park, Shilihe, Beijing South Railway Station, and the Beijing Expo Garden. Last, line 9 is located on the west part to transfer people living in Fangshan to travel into the city. The last one is the airport connection line. The two express connect the Capital International Airport and the Dashing International Airport. These two lines are independent buildings. Capital Airport Express costs 25 RMB and the Dashing Airport Express costs 35 RMB. Tourist guide. Beijing is a big city. It has a lot of culture, technology, and modern part of the city for tourists to visit. I will recommend some lines you should take. First, line 1, the most important line for a tourist. From west to east, line 1 passes the Military Museum, Xidan, Tiananmen Square, and the Forbidden City, Wangfujing Business Street, Beijing CBD, and the Universal Resort. In this line, you can see the display of Chinese military force, the ancient royal palace, the busiest business district, and the modern CBD and the CITC building that is higher than 500 meters. And a massive universal resort in the Beijing. Second one, line 4. Line 4 connects the National Library, Beijing Zoo, Zhongguancun, Peking University and Tsinghua University, Yuanmingyuan Park, and the Yiheyuan Park. On line 4, you can mainly see the Zhongguancun with nearly all of the high technology companies in Beijing. You also can visit the 2 top Chinese universities, and you can visit the ruin of Yuanmingyuan Park that were burned by the UK and France at the end of 19th centuries, and the royal garden called Yiheyuan Park. Third, line 8. Line 8 connects Yonglin Gate, Qianmen, Nanluo Guxiang, Gulou, and the 2008 Olympic Stadium. You can visit one of the biggest ancient city gates and visit Nanluo Guxiang, which has all of the traditional Chinese Beijing food you can taste. Then you can see the Gulou and Zhonglou, which are 2 massive ancient structures built in the 16th centuries. Last, you can visit the stadium used for the Olympic Games and have a walk in the Olympic Park. If you want to see some better scenery of central Beijing city, I suggest you take bus 1, which runs on the Chang'an Street. The 18-meter red hinge bus is very significant for people. Conclusion: Beijing's subway system is still faster in the future. In the future, the subway system will connect with other cities in the Beijing urban group. We are very welcoming people in all the world to visit and use these massive and wonderful subway systems.